Mission list
Boss,
updated.
I don't know how you do it. All I could do was obsess over revenge, doubting my comrades along the way. But even after all we've accomplished, the phantom pain never let up. If anything, it just got worse. But you understood that from the start, didn't you? From the moment you opened your eyes in that hospital, you knew it wouldn't go away. Yet you've been fighting the pain and confronting your phantoms the whole time. Knowing full well the battle would never end, not till the day you die. I respect that now, more than ever. It's an honor and a privilege, Big Boss.
Very touching, very emotional. Oh dear. Should have brought the tissues to this session. So, what now? What now? What do we do? There's no additional story missions at the moment. There are some cassette tapes. There are no important side ops. So I think it's going to be another one of those situations where we simply do some side ops, progress a few more of these, and then eventually another situation will kick in. But before we do any of that, there are some cassette tapes to listen to, and there's also Paz to speak to. So we'll go back to Mother Base for now.
Please select a landing zone.
Going back to Mother Base itself might trigger some kind of progression. But even if it doesn't, we'll still have a chat with Paz, give her a photograph, she'll have a headache, and we'll take things from there.
Welcome back, boss.
Okay, so we'll shower off, take our usual route, go speak with Paz, and then we'll chill out, listen to some of the cassette tape entries, see if they make any things clearer. For a start, I'm still questioning how on earth the second outbreak came to pass. Maybe we'll get some answers.
Boss.
Snake?
She's been acting differently lately. Before, she'd respond to conversation, just as long as it didn't conflict with her timeline. But now nothing gets a reaction from her.
What happened?
No idea. Well, Miller did go and tell her that Skullface is dead. If anyone should want revenge against him, it would be her. But it's not exactly like an angel of peace to cheer for someone's death. Now is it? There. Take a look at this, too. See it? Right there.
The wound is open.
Yeah. It was all closed up, and then it went back to this.
But why?
The medic has no idea how it happened. He figures it must have been self-inflicted.
I mean, I'm still questioning, is this all real or is this part of bloody some sort of figment of his imagination? It's like so weird. So there's no more pictures then? Okay. For now at least. Boy, oh boy. As if things weren't miserable enough. We've just got a little bit more misery just piled on top. Let's go see Quiet. Maybe she's dead as well, eh? Dead or gone or... I don't know. Something not good though. Oh, she's still here. Chilling out as usual. I mean, the fact that she's still in this bloody cage is a moot point. She can just get out of it when she wants and do as she pleases. I mean, it's been a long time. She's proven her service. I mean,
Please select a landing zone.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
and the door slams shut. Well, I started this session all bright and bubbly, and I'm just feeling a bit deflated now. I mean, the whole situation, the bit of the sombre mood that was set in the last mission, combined with the fact that I do sort of feel that we're coming to a close here in terms of the game, which is also sad in itself because, well, it's the end of the series, isn't it, really? So you look at the pictures. Hello, Dee Dee. Talk to me. There's a goodbye. Okay, cassette tapes. We unlocked the Peace Walker theme. Oh, so that's the sortie music. Yeah, somebody told me about that a while ago. And then we've got 4 cassette tapes here. Somewhere. Wait a minute. Start with Huey.
Well, Doctor, I have the report on the incident at the quarantine facility. Assuming the vocal cord parasite underwent a mutation. The only plausible explanations are exposure to some high-concentration mutagen or radiation. As you know, some of the staff at the quarantine facility were infected with the parasites. The Wolbachia prevented them from copulating, but the parasites themselves can't be removed from their host's vocal cords. Once you're infected with Skullface's parting gift, you're stuck with it. The researchers regularly used X-ray equipment to monitor the parasites in their throats. No problem there, they kept a close eye on the radiation doses. But that equipment didn't just give off X-rays. It was also emitting beta rays. Even though that's unnecessary for the scans. See, beta rays have far worse effects on DNA than X-rays. Meaning the only logical conclusion is that someone added in a beta ray emitter to trigger a mutation. Those beta rays leaked out from inside the equipment. Because the emitter was retrofitted, the shielding was inadequate. And the person who ordered and inspected the equipment was you, Doctor. That makes you the only person with the opportunity to install that emitter.
So now you're saying I sabotaged medical equipment for some wild plan to make the vocal cord parasite kill everyone?
Or maybe you thought it'd reveal a way to treat the parasite without using the Wolbachia. With that much to barter, I suppose some people would welcome even a pathetic cur like you.
Just stop it.
You'd have no shortage of buyers, but most would be happy with just the parasite. You wouldn't need to offer anything else. However, if that buyer already knew about the parasite, they'd also know that by itself, it's no longer the ultimate bargaining chip it once was. To sell to that buyer, you need to throw in a bonus. A way to one-up it. There's only one buyer who'd be after that.
Emmerich, we record all communications on Mother Base. That includes radio transmissions to and from homemade devices. You've been in frequent contact with people in America. A private biotech company. A client of which is DARPA. And they are connected to Cypher. You made a deal with Cypher. You offered them a new parasite in exchange for your safety. This is the only place in the world where the vocal cord parasite still exists. And you used it as a testing ground. Tried to resurrect their bioweapon. But your plan to obtain the parasite has failed. Your bullshit ends now. And don't think you're leaving here alive.
Well, just when you think he couldn't get any lower, oh my god. I don't know about putting a bullet in the heads of all those poor soldiers that were infected, but we should really be considering putting a bullet in his head. Seriously. If he was behind the whole blowing up of the original Mother Base and facilitating that, and now this whole situation combined with the fact that he's lied to us on numerous occasions and schemed and plotted, I'm surprised he is still alive, to be honest with you. I really am. Right, what else we got here?
Hours after exposure to the blood of a symptomatic colleague, I found myself making my way up the stairs to this room. And I am not alone. Everyone who's infected, we've all come up here wanting to get outside. I know full well I mustn't leave, given the possibility I'm infected. Yet, I can't contain this urge I feel inside me, like the alcoholic who tries to make any excuse for one more drink. Every step I took up those stairs filled me with this sense of bliss. I still have all my wits about me. It took no time at all to rewire the electronic lock and open the emergency exit. Then, just as I was about to set foot outside, I finally realized what was going on. This desire for freedom is not my own, but that of the vocal cord parasites inside me. They want the ravens to feed on us, pecking us to death, attracted by these sweet secretions. They have mutated to facilitate this. The sweet smell is powerful enough to attract even a species with such a weak nose. So, before the parasites take complete control, I must. Most of the staff in here are already infected. At least, everyone I've looked at is. Infection with this parasite causes a high fever in the pharynx. I have modified a pair of night vision goggles to react only to this temperature range. With these goggles, you can identify who is infected. Other infected will, like me, feel compelled to make it outside. If the ravens get their meal, they'll head for land next. That cannot be allowed to happen.
So he solved it all. Might as well finish off.
The whole idea of the vocal cord parasites was that they'd only copulate once exposed to a specific language over time. But the parasites infecting our men in the laboratory laid their eggs straight away. The larvae were eating their lung tissue almost immediately. What kind of mutation was it?
Those who were infected and cured still carried the vocal cord parasites in their throats. They were still there, but the males had been rendered female by the Wolbachia, and copulation could not occur. So we thought, but it is the Wolbachia that mutated.
Not the parasites?
You remember I told you the Wolbachia attempts to maximize its number of female infected hosts?
Yes, hence the male-to-female transformation.
Precisely. But other Wolbachia strains use different methods. Cytoplasmic incompatibility, killing the males, and parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis? Aphids? Aphids use that to reproduce via females only.
Very good. The females lay their eggs without a male present, creating clones of themselves in explosive numbers. Parthenogenesis was originally a means for an organism to take maximum advantage of abundant resources by increasing its numbers. Certain strains of Wolbachia force this to occur, to create more and more infected females.
And that's why our men develop symptoms in the blink of an eye.
Rain approaching.
Wolbachia causing parthenogenesis is common in parasitic wasps. Of course, the Wolbachia I introduced to your men did not have this characteristic, but I believe the mutation, whatever it was, caused it to force parthenogenesis in its host, the vocal cord parasites. The Wolbachia we used to prevent egg laying became the agent of limitless reproduction.
There's something else. The symptomatic infected in the laboratory all wanted to get outside, even knowing there was napalm waiting for them out there. You said the parasites made them act that way, but parasites controlling humans. Is it possible?
Parasites altering the host's behavior is a common occurrence in the world of nature. Long ago, the vocal cord parasites had this ability. But even I never foresaw they might control humans. Until I heard the things your man said.
You mean the researcher on the top floor? The bit about, I'm not a snail.
Yes. Among parasitic worms, there is a genus called Leucochloridium that uses snails as intermediary hosts. As you know, snails prefer dark, gloomy environments. But once parasitized by Leucochloridium, they desire to be in the light. And that is not all. The parasitic worms thrust themselves into the snail's antennae, making them swell to abnormal size. The snail, meanwhile, frantically wiggles its antennae as the parasites squirm inside. The swollen, wriggling antennae soon resemble caterpillars.
I don't get it.
It is so they can be eaten by birds. Leucochloridium needs a bird as its definitive host. To breed, they require their snail host to be snapped up by a predator. So they make the humble snail appear to be a delicious caterpillar and lead it to somewhere in open sight.
So you mean the staff trying to get outside
Was so the birds could peck at them. The parasites altered their mental state, making them crave higher places and to be outdoors. I can only surmise that both the Wolbachia and the parasites mutated before the ancestors of the vocal cord parasites infected humans. Their hosts were birds. What we saw in the laboratory was some throwback to that time. The parasites attempting to make birds their intermediary hosts.
It sounds insane.
A praying mantis that is host to a parasitic hairworm will dive into water and drown itself, just so the hairworm can lay its eggs in water. Rats infected with Toxoplasma gondii lose their instinctive caution and run right up to cats. Just some of the many ways parasites control the host.
But we're humans. Surely our minds are too complex for that.
I thought just the same. Free will is what makes us human, so it never occurred to me that the parasites could be controlling the symptomatic. But the mood, the will of a person can be easily affected by the balance of their cerebral substances. Take the toxoplasma I mentioned. It does infect humans, and it is thought the infected develop a more reckless attitude.
But to think that mutations occurred in both the Wolbachia and its parasite hosts.
Your observation is most apt. Both mutations occurring at once indicates the presence of a powerful mutagen.
I see. Keep working on narrowing down what it was.
Right, there you go. Fully in the loop as to what went on and what happened. Oh, look! I noticed that flashing at the start of our little session in the ACC, and I'm thinking, what the hell is it? It's a diamond, isn't it? It's a diamond from the ashes of the fallen from the last mission. He's got a diamond on his Diamond Dog's emblem now. That is such a nice little touch. Anyway, I don't think we've been going quite for an hour and a half, which is usually the length of my sessions nowadays. So I think we've got time to do a side op. So I think we're going to do a couple of these to progress the story a bit further. Now, do we have time to do two? I'm not sure, but we'll certainly have time to do at least one. And I did notice as I was scrolling through here that a new side ops mission has become available. When I say new, I mean one that we haven't done before. Now, was it in Afghanistan or was it elsewhere? I think it was. There you go. Here you go. Intel Agent Extraction. There's an Intel team member being held captive by the enemy. A critically important target. Or maybe even more than that. Normally I'd send a side ops person into the field, but this is of high importance. And therefore, the big boss man himself is going to have to get on the case.
Please select a landing to Afghanistan.
So we're moving in with Big Boss, and we're going to take Quiet for a change. Give her the silenced tranquilizer sniper rifle. I'm not quite a big fan of that. This uniform here, Just not used to it, you know. I'm not used to seeing her wearing clothes, and I don't mean that in a perverse way. I just mean it's kind of weird. I'm just used to her looking like that, you know. So we'll stick with that.
Deploying.
Kind of a strange time for this mission to crop up as a side ops. You know, critically important intel team members being captured. It's not down as an important side ops, but I think it might trigger something if we complete this, possibly.
Please select a deployment point.
Couple of things to sort out first before we get moving. The usual iDroid minigame commences.
Marker placed.
There we go. Combat unit deployments as well.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched.
What we got here? Machine gun shields. Yeah, they can be a pain sometimes,
Buddy,
I suppose.
unit dispatched. The map has been
riot
updated.
suits.
Unit dispatched.
Whatever they are.
Unit dispatched.
There we go. Okay. So Quiet is moving in for a bit of scouting. See if she can highlight where this intel team member is. And we're coming full circle now. This is where we started our missions as Big Boss in Afghanistan. Very early we came to this village to rescue none other than Miller. Now before we reach a conclusion of this game, I would like to try out the parasite suit. I did have developed that and get some parasites from extracted school members, so I want to give it to a side ops team member, perhaps in the next session. And
enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
well, she's found the prisoner.
Boss, one of our staff has been captured by the enemy.
Has been updated.
He was on the staff in Mother Base 9 years back. Get our men out of there, boss. To say he's a critical VIP would be a massive understatement.
Yeah, we've seen enough Mother Base Diamond Dog members falling recently. We don't want to see another one go by the wayside, so extra import here. Did that hit him, or was there a bullet drop there? Nope, he's rubbing his leg. He's been hit. And soon he'll be dropping night-night. There he goes. And the decoy almost gave me a heart attack there. Major sense of deja vu kicking in here, eh? Like we've been here before. Look at that, and he's in the same position that Miller was in. He's got one arm chained up like Miller had. This is kind of going to be... I don't know. I have my theories. I have my theories. Oh, see me. Okay, let's go see who is in here.
Analysis complete. You have arrived at your destination.
Snake. What took you so long?
Is that supposed to be Kojima? Oh my god. No wonder it's highly important. Can you take a Fulton or is he too knackered? Uh-oh. Let's get out of here.
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Get out. Get out of here. Fair enough. That wasn't part of my theory. Kind of cool though. Right, we've got more missions to do. Shall we do one more? In fact, I think there's no more left here in Afghanistan. What have we got over here? High skilled soldier. Unlucky dog. Armoured vehicle. Mine clearing. Highly skilled soldier, that'll be quick and easy, won't it? Different map, right, okay. Well, the base is on alert. I don't think there are any...
Please select a landing zone. Support helicopter requested.
any crates in that village, so we'll take the chopper and we'll do one more side ops in Africa, and then we'll call a close to the session there.
Arriving shortly at LZ. This is P-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
go! One more side ups. One more. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it.
Please select a heading to Central Africa. Deploying.
Keep the same people. So in the next session we shall, I'm planning this out now, best laid plans always go to muck really, but
Be careful down there, boss.
Please select a deployment point.
bear with me here.
Please select a deployment point. Please select a mission. Marker placed.
Right. In the next session, my plan is, if we manage to progress the story at some point, to revisit Paz, just to make sure she's okay, see if there's anything else we can do there. Also, will be to visit the animal conservation platform, because we have got a few new animals since the last time we visited, and it might well be the last time we actually check in to the animal conservation platform. So we'll do that as well. What else can we do? Try out the parasite suit with a side ops team member.
Detected. The map has been updated.
I'll actually give it to Mosquito, I think, to play with, and see what happens in terms of the main story. That'll be the general gist.
Analysis complete.
Look at this guy here.
Analysis
That's the
complete.
target.
Analysis complete.
He's not highly skilled. He's a surgeon, but he's got no high ranks. Oh, waste of my time. Now, I've got to be careful here. It's just she's in attack mode and not in scout mode, so she might not be observant best. Yeah, there you go. Look, there's a guard. There's another guard there. A couple down there. Just got to be careful.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
I gotta work quickly here. I want them all dropping roughly at the same time. If they all drop at different times, the blasted armoured truck will beep its horn and wake them up.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Side ops list updated. Extraction arrived at Medbase.
You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that.
Okay, so that's another side ops done. we're getting right into the swing of this. What else do we have? Any more for any more? While I'm here in Africa, any more for any more? Side ops, Africa, anyone, any nearby? Remotely nearby? Unlucky dog, that's miles away. What's this one here? Mine clearing? That's a bit dull, really, to be quite frank with you. Armoured vehicle? Could be good, could be fun. What else? That's right, that's about it, really. Nah, I think we'll call it close here. So, yeah. Helicopter, pick us up.
Please support helicopter requested.
We shall go back to the ACC. And, well, we've got to just, I think, keep on ploughing through the side ops a little bit until we trigger another event. But I'll do the rest of the side ops, or not all of them, but the next couple at least, until we trigger the next event off camera.
This is Pequod.
And
Arriving shortly at LZ.
I shall commence the next session.
This is Pequod. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
When we've got an update. So until next time, see you soon.